Likewise, teacher.
Welcome. Uriel, how are you, man?
Hi, I'm good, I'm good. And you?
Yes? Good too, thanks to God. Thank God I'm alive.
Me too, my friend.
Yes. Well, guys, did you do your homework or not?
Of course, as always.
Of course, as always.
Nice.
Luis, did you do your homework?
Of course not, as always.
I think that was a not.
All right, cool. Carolina?
No, I'm not. Sorry, I don't have time to my homework because
Oh.
I have a lot of job and I need see the videos with my students, and I need my class in video. I put my class in video and put in classroom and say the whole things she needs to do for the today and tomorrow, and I'm tired, sorry.
Don't worry. Okay. Oh, so what grades are you teaching?
It's in high school, first, second, and third grade, and in college, first and second semester.
Okay. Then how many students do you have?
35 for a class.
Oh my God.
God bless you.
You know, how do you feel teaching a big group like that? The biggest group I've taught is with 17 people. The biggest.
It's nice, but when it's a present class, it's so easy. But online, it's hard. It's difficult because all the students need talk and say something. And you're, no puedo, tengo que escucharlos a todos.
Oh yeah.
and the parents, it's and the other side, and dile a la profe esto, pregúntale, y yo, and I'm nervous.
What do you teach?
It's sports, and it's
Oh,
a new model, buenos hábitos. So
okay.
it's something like nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new class, so I need put a student the program, and I need to hacer la planeación, todo.
Yes, of course.
That's the bad thing about, it's the bad thing about being a teacher. You don't really have free time when you are working. But I guess it makes up for it with the vacations and during the summer and the winter time. I think.
And the Holy Week. Holy Week as well.
The Puentes.
Yes, it's nice.
We don't have that really, but
I like that Los Puentes.
All right, Gabby, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Well, let's check the homework, guys.
Yes.
the what, teacher?
The homework, man. Did you do it? Or not? You didn't do it? What happened, Luis?
I might have or haven't done.
We go to the... All right, beautiful students and Luis. Let's begin. All right. Uriel, could you read the instructions, please?
What was that supposed to mean?
Yes, sir. Exercise 2. Write sentences to give advice. Use the verb and information in parentheses.
All right. Very good. Number 1. Miguel, what should I
Yes.
do if someone's heart stops beating?
You'd better do CPR or he will die.
Yes. Simply put. You better. Excellent. And Gabby, what should I do if someone is bleeding a lot?
You auto apply a bandage and put pressure on the wound. Or it could be also had better in case the wound is located on an important part of the body.
Yes, very good. That's true. Like maybe near a artery or
Yes.
vein, right? Very good. And let's see, Uriel, what should I do if someone has a sprain?
Let me see. You should put ice and bandage on joint the person's leg. Or I think more specific, it's ankle, right? Because it's a sprain.
Okay.
You can also
Should
sprain
put
your
ice.
wrist or
Oh yeah, that's right.
something else.
His or her ankle or wrist. Is that the only thing you can sprain? Your ankle and wrist?
Your
Your
knee as
fingers.
well.
I think your fingers.
Yeah, your
Oh,
fingers.
Yeah.
You can
I
sprain
remember
any
those.
joint that you have. You can sprain your back.
Okay, nice. And Luis, what should I do if someone is choking and can't breathe?
You should do abdominal thrusts. Or maybe what's that? What's the name of that? Uh, image, something like that. The thing where you put, what's that?
I honestly don't know.
Alright.
I
It
don't
has
know
a
what that.
name,
I don't know what to call that.
but you do know what I'm talking about.
Could
Can
be
you
also.
do it?
No.
Huh?
No. Someone said it.
The Heimlich or Heimlich, I don't know. Let me look for it, but yeah, that's my answer. You better do abdominal thrusts.
Yes. Luis said should, but I don't think it should be should. It should be you better because well, person can't breathe, they're gonna die. Right?
I said shit because it all depends on what the person is choking on.
Which the person can't breathe.
I don't know.
Well, this guy is funny. Miguel, what should I do if someone has a bee sting?
You ought to remove the stinger.
Try to remove the stinger. Okay. And Uriel, what should I do if someone goes into shock?
That's hard. You'd better lay the victim on his back and elevate his legs.
I think this is really funny because everything is like medical.
Yeah,
Um,
almost.
well, any questions here? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I do.
Piece
Tell
of
me,
cake.
Miguel.
Well, for these 6 questions, if you answer with should that is in the question, it is right, isn't it? Because the question is with should. What should what should I do? What should you do? If I answer with should, it doesn't change the meaning, just the emphasis of the answer.
You can answer with should, yes. Like that is a general rule, right? If the question has should, you can respond with should, can with can, and things like that. Yeah, that's fine. I guess for the sake of this exercise, they wanted us to be a little more specific. But in
It
any
all
case,
depends on the context, right?
what'd you say?
It all depends on the context, I think.
Yeah. But Miguel, if you want to answer should, man, that's fine, man. And it all depends how you say should, too, right? Like you can say it really aggressively. What should I do if someone's heart stops beating? You should do CPR. You know, like really crazy, really
Right.
hyperactive. But yeah, that's a good question, man.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all. Carolina, any doubts? No, everything's good? Okay. Well, raise this question. Do you know what the passive voice is? Do you know what the passive voice is? Yeah,
Yes.
heard of this?
Yes.
Carolina? No. Miguel?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And Gabby? Yes, right?
Yes.
All right. That's what we're going to be discussing today, the passive voice. Now, the passive voice is funny. And this is what I want you to write in your notebook. Today, September 4th, no, 24th, 2020. Our objective is to master the passive voice. Okay, to master the passive voice. And why do we use the passive voice? Well, to focus on the receiver of an action. And also to sound more formal, because the active voice will always be more formal than the active
The active
voice.
voice.
Now, all of you have studied English before. I want you to tell me the different tenses we have in English. The different tenses, all of them. Let's begin with with the simplest ones,
Mhm.
like the simple present. What else do we have after the simple
Simple
present?
past.
Simple past. What else?
Simple future.
The simple future.
Continuous.
Present perfect.
Simple perfect. I mean, perfect present.
Present continuous. Okay.
Present continuous.
Oh yeah.
Some of you said like 3 things at once, and I was like, what? The past continuous. The future continuous.
Right.
Somebody said the present perfect, I think.
Perfect. Yes.
Past
Uh,
Perfect.
Past
Present perfect continuous.
Past perfect.
Past perfect. Past perfect continuous.
Present perfect continuous.
Future perfect.
Yes.
Future perfect continuous.
I wish I could write faster.
Sorry.
That's been one of my goals this quarantine, learning how to type fast. I think one of you said the future perfect.
Yes.
Future perfect continuous.
Right.
That's a thing. Future perfect continuous.
Yes, no.
Yeah, it
You
exists.
have seen, but it's like it's not. Come on,
I
please.
have never used it.
No, we never use it, but I learned it. I don't know
You're
it.
Yeah.
not even in Spanish.
Yeah. It's like I will have been going to. That exists really?
Yes.
Yes, but we never use it.
I will have be going to Italy next month. Right? I will. No, doesn't sound good. No.
This is I will be going to Italy.
Right.
Have gone.
Or
Yeah.
I will have gone. I don't think the continuous. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there because you guys might know something that I don't know.
Simple present passive. The simple present.
Well, no. That's what we're gonna practice today, my friend.
Okay.
All right. So all of these tenses have the passive voice. So let me tell you something about the passive voice that's gonna help you a lot. The passive voice always uses the verb to be. Always. Now, Carolina says she doesn't know what the passive voice is. So we're going to go a little bit slowly at first, just so you can see it. All right. So check this out. Check this out. I'm going to give you an active sentence. Luis, how many tacos can you eat in one sitting?
Really?
Like it all depends on what kind of tacos they are.
And how many
If it's-
tortillas?
Yes. If it's pastor, perhaps I could single-handedly murder what 10, 12 tacos. I mean, it's not a lot.
But big normal tortillas, right?
All of the little ones.
No way. 12, man.
All right, man. Yeah, the regular tortillas. Yes.
All right.
I was just trying not to look bad.
Luis eats 12 tacos.
Yes.
Okay. Luis eats 12 tacos. That is active. Why? Why is it active? Because the subject Luis is active.
Right.
He eats. Um, Now, also, we can make this passive. It would be very weird to say it, but we can make it passive. And this is how we do it. 12 tacos are eaten
Mm-hmm.
by Luis. Now, by Luis is optional. I
Is
would
it?
say it because his name is important. Okay? 12 tacos were eaten by Luis. This is passive. Why? Because the subject, tacos, is not active. Um, it does nothing. It receives the action. In this case, it is eaten. So the tacos don't eat. They're not alive. They can't breathe. They don't do anything. And that's why it is passive. Um, when you think of passive, just think when you are passive, you don't do anything. You're just there. You exist. That's all. In this case, the tacos, they exist.
Yes.
Okay, they're not alive. They're just here to make us happy.
The ones where
Um, oh, I like tarascos.
go get some
Yes, yes. And I like taquitos Acapulco. Oh,
we
no, love.
deserves it.
Now, what happens here when we are transforming an active sentence to the passive? The object moves. See, here, 12 tacos is my object. And over here, 12 tacos is my subject. Why is this important? Well, the active object becomes my passive subject. Now, this is only for those activities where you need to change the active to passive, because in real life, nobody's going to say, hey, Luis, change this to the passive voice, unless you are a teacher or a student. But in real life, with your friends, nobody's going to say this to you, man, unless they're trying to be funny because you're an English teacher.
We said that.
Okay? So just remember, the active voice, the subject is active. In the passive voice, the subject exists, but it is not active.
Okay.
Doesn't breathe, it's not alive, things like that. And like I said, the passive voice uses the verb to be.
Yes.
Receiver plus be in the present, because this is the simple present, plus the past participle. Okay? Plus the past participle. Now I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to jump into this book that I have. Now, this sentence right here is weird. Nobody's going to say 12 tacos were eaten by Luis. That's very peculiar. But, we usually use this to talk about the news, things that are happening in the news, right? So imagine this. Two people stole laptops from the mall. Two people, or in this case, the subject, two people are active. They stole something. They move. In the passive voice, this would be very common in the news. Laptops were stolen from the mall. And in this case, I don't mention the two people because we don't care about the two people. We care about the laptops. Laptops were stolen from the mall. The subject, laptops are not active. They receive the action. They were stolen. Oh. Here I misspelled. It receives the action. It receives. All right, Carolina, you're very quiet, so I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
In the passive voice for the simple past, my formula is receiver plus what?
Okay. I try to understand. It's something like the other passive is receiver plus be in the present.
Be in the present for were.
Be in the present.
Laptops were
stolen with
yes, but were is not in the present.
Stole in the mall.
See, look, laptops is the receiver.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Yeah.
Were is be in the present or be in the past? Were, was, were.
Is that the in the past? Okay.
Yes, in the past. Wasn't, were is the past. Okay.
Were. Mm-hmm.
And
Was
after
is the present.
were, what verb?
Were. Okay.
We have stolen. And stolen, what kind of verb is stolen?
It's the plus past participle.
Past participle. Exactly. That is the formula for
something like
the passive of the past. And over here, it is the passive of the present.
no. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Where? in the past.
Can we continue?
Yes.
Yes, Gabby, Claudia?
Yes.
All right. So I'm
Yes.
about to show you one of my favorite lessons with the passive voice.
Mine too.
One of your favorites? Is it one of your favorites too, man?
Yes.
About vertical farming.
What?
Vertical farming.
I can't hear you.
Vertical farming.
Oh, yes.
All right.
You said family.
Oh man.
So I couldn't hurt you.
All right, man. Vertical farming. Well, I want you to look at 1A. Uriel, can you read the instructions, please?
Yep. 1A, right?
Yeah, 1A.
Grammar and context. What kinds of farms are there in your country? What do they grow or produce? Which foods does your country import and export? B. Listen to
Okay.
the radio. Yeah, there.
Just A. Just A.
All right.
Yes. So I want you to think of the farms in Mexico, right? The farms in Mexico. What kind of farms do we have in Mexico?
Tomato, avocado,
Mangoes,
Eggs and
coconuts.
pigs and cows.
Anything you can imagine.
It said money.
Yes, Mexico is a great producer of products. We have almost everything here.
yes. Corn, mango.
Mangoes, corn.
Coconuts.
Coconuts, yes, I was about to say the obvious.
My favorite.
Huh? You guys, Miguel, you love coconuts?
Oh, I love coconuts. I have everything in coconut. Sugar, everything.
The water, when nice. With
Have you ever had the coconut with rum?
Oh yeah,
Crazy coco?
Coco Loco. Coco Loco.
Yeah, a crazy coconut.
Coconut mojito. Yummy.
Yes. All right. Now, which foods do we import and export?
Vegetables.
I think
Import
strawberries, a lot of strawberries. What else? What'd you say, Gabby?
Avocados.
Apples.
Yes, I was going to say avocados.
Lemon.
Apples.
apples.
Apples,
Mangoes.
From Washington.
Orange.
Mangoes.
oranges.
Yuca.
Okay. Yuca. What is it? Yuca.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, it's like kind of potato.
Mm-hmm.
Potatoes in general.
Okay. Yes. Now, this is something that we import and export. Now, why are we talking about this? Well, the topic for today is vertical farming. Okay. Now, look at these pictures. A, B, C, and D. Okay. I want you to listen to the radio interview. Which photo best illustrates the topic? Yeah, I'm gonna find the audio. I was gonna make us read it, but nah.
That's a lot of areas.
Yes.
Page 84, Unit 8, Food Science. Lesson A, Vertical
hear?
Farming.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
1. Grammar in context. B. Listen to the radio interview. Which photo best illustrates the topic?
By the year 2025, the world population is expected to rise to 8 billion. In order to grow enough food, it is estimated that 1 billion hectares, almost 2.5 billion acres, of new land will be needed. That is, if the farming methods that are practiced today continue. Environmentalists say something must be done if food shortages are going to be avoided. That's why the idea of vertical farming is being discussed at an eco-conference this week. Celia Hernandez, our environmental correspondent, joins me. Celia, what is vertical farming, and where did the idea come from?
The idea was developed by Dixon Despommier, a professor at Columbia University, back in 1999. Vertical farms are basically high-rise greenhouses that can be built in cities. So crops will be grown indoors and in water instead of in soil.
And what are the advantages of growing food in this way?
Well, supporters say it's more reliable because crops won't be affected by weather conditions like drought or cold. It's also more environmentally friendly because waste can be composted and water will be recycled. And because crops will be grown, harvested, and consumed in the same urban area, transportation costs will be greatly reduced. So in theory, food should be cheaper too.
So out of all of these 4 pictures, which one describes the topic?
D.
Definitely D.
Yes. All of you have a little bit of experience with the passive voice. Tell me, what are some sentences that you see in the passive voice in this article?
The first one.
Is
The first one.
Farming methods
The word.
are
What else?
Made it that a million.
It
It's
is.
estimated that.
It is estimated.
Mhm.
Trillion.
Will be needed.
Will be needed. Are practiced.
Methods that are practiced.
Something must
something
be
must
done.
be done.
Must be done.
If food shortages are going to be
Going to be
avoided,
avoided.
vertical farming is being discussed. Was developed by Dixon Despommier. Can be built in cities.
Crops will be grown. Crops will be grown indoors.
Greenhouses that can be built in cities.
Crops won't be affected by weather
Can be
conditions.
affected.
By
Waste can be composed.
And water will be
It will be recycled.
Water will be recycled.
Crops
And
will be
because
grown.
crops will be grown,
And harvested.
consumed.
And consumed.
Transportation costs
Greatly
will be greatly
reduce.
reduced.
Food
Food should be
should be
cheaper
cheaper.
too.
Yeah, so basically this entire article is passive voice. Now, it's good. It supports the idea that things that happen in the news are passive because you want to sound formal when you are giving the news.
Yes.
And this guy is, the news anchor. They're having a little interview. All right, so we're going to go down one by one, and you're going to tell me what time these things are on. Now, some of them, they don't have a time because some of them are modals. And if I ask you, what's the time of this? You can say the modal should, the modal must, the modal da-da-da, because they don't really have a time. So, Miguel, the world is expected to rise. What is the time? Present, past, future, perfect, past
Future.
perfect. The world is expected to rise?
No,
Present.
not future.
Present.
Present.
Present,
Present.
because
Present.
it is.
Right.
That's right.
It is estimated present.
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 Uriel, new land will be needed?
Future.
Future. Gabby, the farming methods that are practiced today?
Present.
Present. Claudia, something must be done?
Present.
Present. Luis, food shortages are going to be avoided?
Future.
The future, right? The future with going to.
Well, it's hypothetical, right? Still future.
Yes. Yes, very good. Uriel, the idea of vertical farm is being discussed.
Present.
Present what?
Oh. Present continuous.
Present continuous is being discussed. All right. If you notice, there is a difference between the present and the present continuous.
Yeah.
Let's look at let's compare these two. The world population is expected to rise, and the idea of vertical farming is being discussed. Now, the difference is, well, both of them use the past participle. Expected, discussed, and both of them use is or are. Is. The only difference is that when it's continuous, we put being. It's being discussed. If you want to make this one continuous, you would say the world population is being expected to rise. But it would sound weird. And if you want to make this one simple, the idea of vertical farming is discussed. Okay. Now let's continue. What else do I have here? Carolina.
Yes.
The idea was developed by Dixon Despomier.
It's in the past.
Past. Miguel, high-rise greenhouses that can be built.
Present. Can be no present. Can be built. Present perfect.
Oh.
No. That can
Just
be built. It's present.
The modal can.
You have modal can, right?
Yes. And what about this one, Miguel? Crops will be grown indoors.
That's future.
Future, yes. And Miguel, crops won't be affected?
That's negative will, future.
Future, very good, thank you. Claudia, waste can be composted.
Was future. Present.
Future, present, what?
Present.
Mixed conditional.
Yes.
Mixed conditional. Sorry.
All right. Now,
We're
waste can be composted.
traumatized.
Yes. the modal can. Okay? The modal can. All right. And Gabby, water will be recycled?
It's future.
Future, crops will be grown. Future, transportation costs will be greatly reduced. Future, and Luis, food should be cheaper?
But should be cheaper. Or should model should.
Model should. Excellent. All right. In your notebooks, you're going to do this activity, so please get your notebooks. It has all of the structures right here. These are active, and you're going to make them into the passive voice. So this is our job. Luis, can you read the instructions, please?
Yes. Rewrite the underlined parts of the sentences from the rest of the interview. Use a passive and add by where it is needed. Then listen and check your answers.
All right. When do we use by in the passive voice?
When the doer is important or relevant.
Doer is important or relevant, right? And when is the doer important or relevant?
When it's someone specific, let's say the president or I don't know, just to say an example. Could be the class is taught by teacher Fernando.
When it has to be mentioned.
Look, when it has the.
When the doer has to be mentioned.
Is the name or is a natural cause?
Natural cause is a name.
Like for example, the house was destroyed by the tornado.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were killed by the earthquake. You know, that's a natural thing right there. Or we're not gonna say natural cause. We're gonna say natural disaster or
like
weather.
Okay.
All right, but do you have anything else? When it has a name or natural disaster weather, Luis, Miguel, or that's all?
Or it might be like a disease or something like that, but
Oh, disease, yes. Disease. Can you give us an example?
He was wait, I don't know any names, any diseases. He was
coronavirus.
Cancer.
All right, he was killed by cancer. Someone was killed by cancer.
Okay.
Freddie Mercury.
All right. Cool.
Oh no, wait.
All right. Well, I'm gonna help you with number 1, so you get an idea. All right. So I'm gonna begin, and I'm gonna be asking you for answers. So they will grow crops. Okay. Remember, my active object, in this case crops, remember the object is after the verb. Carolina, where do you find the object?
Yeah, it's in the crabs. It's the object. It's in the
After the verb, right?
after.
in the
When we
active
say,
sentence.
um,
In the active sentence. But in the passive, you're gonna move the object and make it your subject. And remember, the subject is before the verb. So
okay.
crops,
So,
no, you use the correct modal. If it has a modal, you need to use a modal. Crops will, and with modals, you use the just be in the base form. Crops will be grown. So crops will be grown in water. I know they do this. What is my object?
This.
Is. So we're gonna put it first. This
is done.
Is done because it is the present. That's why we use is, and it is singular. In the present, you have three options: am, is, or are. But because it is singular and not I, you can use is. So crops will be grown in water. I know this is done already, but how does it work? Well, they add nutrients.
Nutrients
Are
are
added.
added. Nutrients
are
are added.
All right. All right. Let's give Carolina a chance here. The plants use less energy. What is my object, Carolina?
energy. You do no.
Energy. How
Less
much?
energy.
How much? How much energy? Less energy.
Less. Okay.
All right. Now. Okay, Carolina, finish this. Less energy.
Energy. User.
Is
Use is in the present.
And I need to put in.
So am I going to use is, am, or are?
Is.
Is. And what goes after the verb to be?
To plants. Less energy.
No.
Okay. Less energy is.
After the verb to be, check your formula. Check your formula. Or check this up here.
It is B. It's B. The plants.
Is B?
Yes. Okay.
Like that?
I think so. And it's
no, you're forgetting something very important. Look at the formula that I gave you earlier.
Okay. Receiving the present participle. Nerves. I see the formula, but I don't understand.
Receiver, be in the present, and then what? The past participle. And what is the past participle of use?
Used.
Used. Less energy is used in the plants. Why by? Because it has the. And whenever it has the, it is considered important. So less energy is used by the plants to get nutrients. And plants that they grow, plants that
are grown.
Only grown. Oh.
Yeah. If it says grow up, then you can use grow up, but it doesn't have up.
Okay.
All right, guys. So please finish number 2 and 3 by yourself in your notebooks. Write the complete sentences, all right? We're gonna check our answers in 10 minutes. Me, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
I will get some to
Yes.
Vertical farms are going to be seen in our cities soon. Is that true?
Well, they can be built without more research. Some trials were carried out last year, and a report was written, but it hasn't been published yet. I say they are not going to be published yet. I say they are not going to be built anytime soon. But environmentalists say the situation must be ignored and action should be taken soon because more food is going to be needed. With the population increasing by 5,000 a day, they say the solution needs to be found soon.
Action should be taken. More food going needed.
All right. And the next one? Solution
needs to be found. A solution needs to be found soon.
All right. Great, great. And does anybody have anything different than this?
Is needed to be found on the last one.
We need to find a solution. A solution needs to be found. Yes?
Another one is needed to be found. Could it work?
What do you mean another one?
The last one.
Or another one? Yes? Well, why are you saying another one?
In the last one, instead a solution needs to be found. She said that they say a solution is needed to be found.
Oh. It's needed. A solution is needed to be found. Actually, no. We treat need to like a verb complement.
Right.
Okay.
Not like a verb.
Okay.
So imagine that need to is like going to.
Okay.
Or will or should, kind of like treat it like a modal. Solution needs to be found.
Needed to point to. Okay.
Do you have any other questions, guys?
Not yet.
No.
No?
All good.
All good? All right. Miguel?
All good, OG.
Uriel?
All clear.
No question.
All right. So the passive voice is easy to you guys. Yes? Just that one little doubt with needs, right?
Yep.
All right. Claudia, how do you feel about it? You have any questions, Claudia?
No, teacher. It's clear.
You sure?
Yes.
All right, great. Gabby?
It's okay.
It's okay. Excellent, excellent. Well, for the passive voice, this exercise specifically was about transforming sentences. But in real life, you're not going to transform sentences. You're just going to say the passive voice when it's needed. Okay? So now I want you to listen to how they say these things. All right? Listen to the audio.
Sorry, I can hear.
Oh my gosh.
Too many pesticides are used in farming.
Now?
Do vertical farms use them?
No. Parts of the sentences from the rest of the interview. Use the passive and add by where it is needed. Then listen and check your answers. 1.
So crops will be grown in water? I know this is done already, but how does it work?
Well, nutrients are added to the water, so less energy is used by the plants to get the nutrients. And plants that are grown in this way grow faster and bigger.
2.
People often say that too many pesticides are used in farming. Do vertical farms use them?
No, pesticides won't be needed. This is because the crops will be protected inside the building, so the use of pesticides will be reduced. And groundwater, which has been contaminated by pesticides for years, will be cleaner.
3.
Now, reports say that vertical farms are going to be seen in our cities soon. Is that true?
Well, they can't be built without more research. Some trials were carried out last year and a report was written, but it hasn't been published yet. I'd say they're not going to be built anytime soon. But environmentalists say the situation must not be ignored, and action should be taken soon because more food is going to be needed with the population increasing by 5,000 a day. They say that a solution needs to be found soon.
Okay, I see. I saw one of my mistakes over here I put was not on accident. A report was written. And I forgot to put and a report was written. Okay, so we're good on the passive voice then. All right. Now your homework, I will send it to you on WhatsApp. All right.
All right.
It's going to be a little article about British Council. I'm pretty sure you have heard about it. All right.
Nice.
And well, guys, we are done for the second week. We are done with the second week. Look, next week, this is what I want you to expect. Next week, we're going to spend like 2 or 3 more days on grammar. And on Thursday, or Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to begin with our writing. Okay, the writing is very important. So we're going to do the writing. You're going to do it for homework, and I will check it. And I will send it to you again so you can fix it. And then I will be able to bring it back to you, okay? Gracias. Okay. Right. And well, that's going to be all. And the 4th week is going to be practicing the skills speaking mostly because that's where we need to improve the most. All right? And well, are there any questions?
No question.
No.
No?
No questions.
Well,
No.
thank you. Yes, Carolina, tell me.
Yeah, you please give me more notes or something when for me, for a student.
Yeah, like what? Like a list of verbs?
a page or I don't know, article, something can I read and practice?
Yes, yes. But first, do the homework. That's like the main thing.
Yes.
Yes, that's one of the biggest things.
It's for the time I finish my class 4:30, and this class it's at 5:30. I have 1 hour for eat and prepararme.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you some stuff so you can check it out during the weekend. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna send it to the group so anybody can check it out if they like. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I will see you on Monday. Take care.
Yeah. See you Monday. Take care. Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend,
Bye.
guys.
Have a nice week.
Bye bye.
Have a